Hey class, today we are trying to draw some pie charts. So you'll notice down below, this circle is empty. We are going to cut it into segments or slices and then put in the values of those segments. This story is about kids who are voting for their favorite school subject. We are going to represent the data in the tally table. So that's right here. This is the frequencies. We're going to represent that. We're going to add up the values, we're going to find the percent, and then we're going to figure out how many degrees should go in the circle. So first thing, we need to add these numbers. 2 people picked math. Let me zoom out just a little bit here. Only 2 people picked math? That doesn't seem right. 2 math, 4 science, 6 language arts, which is reading and writing, 5 spelling, and 3 writing. All right, cool, 20 people. So I'm going to write 20 total right there. Now I need to find the percent. Remember that for the percent, it's helpful to start with a fraction. So there are 20 people, and of those 20 people, looking right above, 2 picked math. I'm going to put that into my calculator. 2 divided by 20. All right, I get 0.1. You need to remember that that's 10%. You have to see 2 decimal digits. All right, the next one is science. That's 4 out of 20. 4 divided by 20 is 0.2. That's 20%. This makes sense. Twice as many people like science, so the percent should be twice as many. Language arts. 6 out of 20 equals 0.3, so that's 30%. Spelling. 5 out of 20 equals 25%. That one's easier because you can see 2 decimal digits. And the last one, writing. 3 divided by 20 is 15%. Before I go any further, I am going to add those percents in the calculator. So I'm going to start with the one that I just did. 15% plus 25 plus 30 plus 20. And then I can't remember the math percent. 10%, whoa, try that again. 10 and 20. I can see the list there. Yep, it makes 100%. So far, so good. Now, here's where it gets tricky. You need to remember that there are 360, I thought that was the highlighter, 360 degrees in the circle. Each one of these classes is going to be part of the circle. To find the sector degrees, to find how many degrees, we are going to multiply by 360 because it's part of, that's the times, 360. But we're not going to multiply the percent. We're going to go back to the decimal form. So here we go, 2 divided by 20. That's 0.1. So that's what I'm going to multiply by 360. That tells me that the math slice is 36 degrees. For the science slice, we'll do 4 divided by 20. Oh yeah, that was 0.2. And we will write, let's go do blue, I guess. 0.2, this part of the total number of degrees, 360, equals 72 degrees. I'm going to stop here because you can follow those directions for the rest of the boxes. But the part that's tricky, and I'm just not sure if I'm going to be able to do it on my iPad, but I'm going to give the best shot that I can. I'm going to pull up a protractor from my photos. Let's see, where was it? Not the recently added. It was here, I just saw it. All right, let's try this one. All right, when I pull up a protractor, remember the little scope, the little target. Come on. The little target. Why is it not letting me do this? The little target right here in the middle. I'm going to put that right on top of where the black line shows us the middle of the circle. Okay, so I'll do that. This is a little bit tricky, but Ms. Choi was going to make it work. Right. Then I am going to find 36 degrees. You need to remember that 36 degrees is an acute angle, so I can't use the 36 over here. If I use the 36 over here, watch what happens when I move my yeah, that was the problem. I remember now. Okay, when I have 36 degrees, I'll start with it like this. And I move the protractor. Still not gonna let me? Come on. You can do it. All right, we'll just put it right there. And I move the protractor. Will it let me now? Oh, still won't. Shoot. All right, I'll try one more idea. I'm gonna make a mark over here, which is not on the protractor at all. All right, delete that. Now I'm gonna connect from the middle, come on, to that mark I made. Do you see that this is a giant angle? This is acute. This is way more than 90 degrees. So you have to pay attention to where the 0 is on the protractor. Bring that protractor back, and Ms. Toilet's just gonna keep doing the best she can. All right, so here's the protractor. So if I'm looking for 36, I have to start at this 0 and count up 10, 20, 30. Then I go out to the edge and go out 36, right about there. All right, so I'm gonna figure out here exactly where that 36 is. And you would make a mark right on the edge of the protractor. I can't do that. So I'm gonna say it's about there. Then get rid of the protractor and start from the middle of the circle and go out to the mark I just made. It's really hard to do this on an iPad, but I'm hoping that you're getting the idea. Okay, this is the math sector. Inside, I'm going to write math and 10%. I like to lightly color it as well. It helps me see the different sectors. You don't have to color it. If you look on the answer key, you'll see that I just colored right around the edge. Right? So whatever makes the most sense to you, you just want to make sure that you can see it. All right, so that's math. All right, let's see how good Ms. Toivo really is with technology. I'm going to bring that protractor back one more time. We'll see what happens. Okay, will it let me twist it? Nope, it's not. Oh, yep, there it is. Yay, here it comes. Come on back, come on back. There we go. I'm going to rotate my protractor now so that the bottom line that goes to the 0, this line, come on back, this line right here, goes right on top of the orange line that I already made. So here's what I mean. I'm going to move it, put the scope right in the middle. And do you see how the 0 is right kind of teeny tiny above the orange line? I'm going to rotate my protractor so it's perfectly on top. At 0, 0, 0, 0, boom. All right, so that's how I want to set up my protractor for the science sector. That's at 72 degrees. So starting at the 0, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. I like to bounce out to the edge and find 72. If I had a real protractor in front of me, I would make the mark right here. But because that's going to mess up because mine is an image, I'm going to try my best to make that be a straight line and say it's about there. Then I'm going to get rid of my protractor, delete, and go from the center of my circle, there we go, to the line I just made. So that was right about there. This was science, and it was 72 degrees. Science, 72 degrees. Cool, cool. I'm gonna go around the edge so I can see those two sectors, those two sections, those two pieces of the pie. When you are done, the writing pie, the writing piece right here, whatever number of degrees goes right there, should be the perfect leftover for whatever amount is right here. When you get to the writing, you won't even have to make any lines, but when you measure it with your protractor, it should equal that. This is a little bit challenging. So if you get stuck and you don't know what to do, come and see me. All right, good luck.